All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Whit Ferguson, and it's 11:02, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our presentation today. We want to be cognizant of everyone's time, and we want to thank you. We'll try to keep it right at 15 minutes. Many of you on the call we know very well and have worked with in the past, and today we really just wanted to take some time to maybe orient you a little better to our story and our team and what we do and why we exist and also make you aware of some of the tools and resources we have available for you. I know many of you are very familiar with Northwestern's illustration software and website to get applications and other forms as you need them. And we have a lot of those same tools, and a lot of the feedback, overwhelming feedback we've gotten is we'd love to be able to do that ourselves. My FR is running out the door and says, hey, I'd love to get a term spreadsheet of all the cheapest carriers, and you fear that emailing us or emailing another brokerage agency, you won't get it turned around in 2 minutes, but really that's all it takes to run one yourselves. And so just wanted to show you that, and I have Matt Carter on the line who runs our internal sales desk. I'm out on the road. Our other marketers are out on the road. We're moving targets. Matt and his team are there. They're stationary. Ryan Young for disability insurance. So they're there to help you with a lot of these issues. So as we get into the presentation on the next slide, wanted to tell you really quickly what the Mutual Alliance is. And the Mutual Alliance is a joint venture between myself, Whit Ferguson, my Mass Mutual brokerage operation, which distributes Mass Mutual's products to FRs and their teams, and the Milner Group, who's been around for over 60 years, fourth generation. Chad Milner's my business partner, and what we found was we were both working with Northwestern agents, and they kept telling us, man, we'd really like a one-stop shop, one place for us and our teams to call to get all of the other carriers outside of Northwestern that we sometimes need for our clients. And so we formed the Mutual Alliance 6 years ago, and from there we built it to a team of over 10 people, all dedicated in helping you and your clients and your FR when the need arises to pivot outside of Northwestern. So as we move forward, that's kind of the impetus of the Mutual Alliance. Why do we exist? Real quick, the reason we exist, much like your managing partner, we're similar with a lot of the carriers that we represent. So most companies don't want to go directly to a client. They don't even want to work directly with an advisor because that advisor may only place one case a year with them, and it's not the most efficient way to do so. So instead, they use distributors or brokerage general agents like us in order to get their product to the financial teams and then on to the clients. So what we help you do, and as you move in the next slide, you'll see, we really help you do 5 things. We help you identify what companies or products might be best for your clients. And every situation can be different. We make sure that your financial rep or you is properly appointed with the carrier. We do all of that work for you. We make sure that all of the paperwork, or if you're using our e-application, which we'll get to in other training calls, but we make sure that you have all the correct forms that you need and that they're all set up in good order, and we submit those to the carrier on your behalf. And then we go back and forth with the carrier's underwriting department. We're very familiar with them and the requirements. I know sometimes there's a lot of back and forth that can't be avoided, but we try to eliminate or minimize that as much as possible. And we're an advocate. We work for you and represent you and your client to the company. So we're trying to get you the best deal, the best offer, just like when you're working with your Northwestern underwriters and case managers. We're handling the same things. And then once the policy gets issued, we're going to send it back over to you either electronically or through the mail, depending on how you applied. And we make sure that the commissions get paid appropriately to you and your FR. So as I mentioned, we started 6 years ago. We've had a lot of growth in the last 6 years. We have just an unbelievably talented team. We work with a lot of autonomy. Chad nor I are micromanagers, and so we have people that hold themselves accountable and do a great job helping. We're always looking to get better and improve. So that's really it for me. I've hit my time limit on the portion of this, and I'm going to hand it over to one of our stars, Matt Carter, who handles the life insurance side of our business, but also oversees our internal sales group. Matt?
Thanks, Whit. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll try to keep it short and zip right through this. We know your time is valuable. The main resource that we wanted to make you all aware of is our website. You can get to our website just by visiting milnergroup.com, and the first key step is going to be registering on our website, and you will see that link up in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Once you've selected that, it's pretty much just straight data entry of your personal profile information. I will say it's very important that you make this unique to you, something that you're going to remember to be able to log in easily when you need to. Also, it's very important to select the Mutual Alliance as the group name. There's TMA, the Mutual Alliance specific content within this portion of the website. Once you have completed that and you've logged in, just about everything that you're going to want to access is actually going to be located under the Life tab. So once you select Life, it's going to take you to the Life landing screen. There you will see various carrier updates. We try to keep this content up to date with rate changes, just industry news. Most of the tools that you're going to want and resources that you will utilize will be under the Agent Tools portion. I would like to mention, however, that just below that there is an Underwriting tab. Under there are intelligent spreadsheets on build charts, various questionnaires that are risk specific, so different cancers, diabetes. They ask specific questions around those specific conditions that we, as your team, can take to the carriers to determine who is going to give the client the best rate. But for now, we're just going to touch on the agent tools. Once you have selected that page, the three primary portions that it's going to pull up that you will use the most will be the Vital Suite quotes, which is where you can go to run term quotes, WinFlex Web, where you can go to run permanent quotes, and iPipeline Forms, which is where you can pull full PDF application packets. This is the Vital Quote term software. It's pretty much straightforward data entry. You have a lot of flexibility within here. Through this portion, you can run multiple face amounts for your client. You can also do a solve backwards if I tell you they want to spend $100 a month. I'm sure this is quite similar to the Northwestern software with regards to solve types. For term, you can select the underwriting class. If you're not sure, you can always select this tab, and on the next screen, it would take you to where you can actually enter some relevant health information. In that instance, it may just be the client's build, and you're not sure if that's preferred or standard. It will tell you as the carrier's software and underwriting guides feed into the system. You do have the option to select any riders that you want to add, as well as various term links and a few guaranteed UL options. Once you've got all that into the system and you hit next, it will take you to the next screen and show you all of the results that fit into the profile that you have put in on the client. From there, you can select the carriers that you do want to show to your client. As you can see, there's an ample supply of options. We generally only send over the top 3 to 5 scenarios because we don't want to overwhelm a client. When you give them 15 options, it could take an all-day event or scare them away. So after you've selected the 3 options that you want to show them, it'll take you to your reports page. From there, you can show them various reports. Generally, the best of yours level, which I do have a screenshot to follow, is the one that most clients look at, because term pricing, 9 times out of 10 comes down to what is the least expensive and going to cost me the least amount of money. Below that, you do have narratives, which are kind of product summaries, as well as features, which is just more detailed product summaries, rate bands, and things along those lines. This is the best of yours level screenshot. It is, like I said, just the spreadsheet that most clients look at. They see which one's going to cost them the least amount of money, and this is where they would proceed, or where you would then go to the next screen to pull your application. This is the iPipeline form search. These are just drop-down menus, pretty similar just across the industry. You would select your company. The service type would be new business, your state, which is very important as these forms are state-specific. The product type, universal life, or whatever that product may be. I will throw in here, though, that some of the carriers actually have one application for all of their products. So, don't panic if you don't see that option there, but you're more than welcome to give us a call just to verify. But everything should be there. Once you have those there and you hit look up, it's going to take you to the next screen and show you the options. Those that are highlighted in a yellow creamy colored background are the basic application packet. I would say there's several more options down below. It's always a good idea to kind of scroll through to see if there are any other forms that may be relevant to this case, but not other cases that you may submit, possibly an aviation questionnaire, financial supplement. One benefit of doing this is the notes section out to the side does tell you when these forms would be required. So after you've built your application package, you can hit print, and it will compile that into a PDF attachment for you. I do like this. Once you have it saved to your desktop or your PC, you then have the option to type it in. Most of these do become fillable PDFs, which is something that I prefer to do because my handwriting is terrible. And then your next steps, we just want to make sure that you all have the appointment packet in. That's the universal appointment packet that Whit had mentioned previously. That will allow us to appoint your FR or yourself to any of the carriers as you instruct us to do so. Go ahead and register on the website. Play around with running the quotes, pulling forms. If you have any questions there, definitely give us a call or shoot us an email. The contact information is below. The 800 number is our direct line, and you can ask to speak with anyone on the Mutual Alliance team or myself directly. I'm more than happy to help. And this concludes our call for the day. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we look forward to working with you.